All right, I want to talk to you guys about Vasari. All right, if you go to your D2L and you click on content, and then you're going to go into Unit 1, and then you'll scroll down and you'll find something about Vasari. Here we go. This is our assignment, so I want to explain some of this to you. I'm giving you guys a book right here. The Vasari Lives of the Artist is a PDF of the book written by Giorgio Vasari. He was the first art historian, and this thing is like hundreds of pages long. Let's see, 624 pages long. All right, I'm only going to ask you to read just a few pages. All right, but it's all here, so you can. The artist that you chose or the artist that I gave you is in this book. In fact, that's if you scroll down. All right. And for example, if I gave you Paolo Uccello, you can go find your artist on page 74 and so on. That's how you find your artist. Vasari wrote about these artists, and I want you to read what he wrote about the artists. I want you to get a sense of how art historians at that time thought about these artists. Then the other thing that I gave you are the instructions for this assignment. If you click on Vasari Assignment chat version, I have asked you to get into groups of 3. So find 2 other classmates to create a group of 3. And you are going to choose one artist. I've already given you that artist from the list below so that each person in the group has a different artist. All right, so I want you to find your artist in Vasari's book, Lives of the Artist, which I've given to you. Read only the section for your chosen artist in the book. And then I want you to pay close attention to Vasari's bias against your or towards your chosen artist. Vasari either loved these artists or he hated the artists. So I want you to pay attention to that. Nowadays, art historians are not allowed to show bias. And if you're writing for a textbook, if you're reading a textbook, there's no bias in there, or there shouldn't be. It should be neutral. Then I want you to search online to find 3 works of art created by your artist. In Vasari's book, he's just going to talk about the artist, and this was before it was common for pictures to be in books, so it's just writing. So I want you to go and find 3 artworks by your artist, and I want you to find quality photos. Let me go ahead and show you in this presentation how to find a quality photo. So you can go to Google and let's say Paolo Uccello, Paolo. I don't know if, yeah, it looks like that's correct. All right, so I'm going to go to images, and here's one of his famous paintings right here. And if I hover over that, you see the number that says 4,393 by 2,499. That's a giant photo. So if I right click on that, do a copy paste, go over to, let's see how that looks. Yeah. All right. That's a big photo. That's a quality photo. It looks like the colors are a bit washed out. Let's see if we can find a better photo. Here we go. This one looks much better. Right click, copy. Right. The colors are much better. But if I click on one, let's see. Let's say you have, all right, so one of the things I'm going to ask you to do is to have a picture of your artist. So this one right here says 328 by 400. That's a small photo. And when I right click on it and transfer it to my, all right, it's a small photo. And then when I enlarge it, it's going to be a bit pixelated. All right, that's not a good photo. So I would try to find another version of this artwork or picture of my artist that is right around the 700 to 1,000 range. If it goes above that, that's fine. But if it goes below that, it's too small. It'll be pixelated when you blow it up. So make sure that you have a good photos for your artwork. All right. I work really hard to have quality photos in my presentation. And so I want you guys to go the extra step and find quality photos in your presentation. Okay, let's go back to here. You're going to create a presentation. I don't care if it's PowerPoint or Google Slides or whatever program you use, just make it look good. Your presentation will consist of at least 6 slides. Your first slide is going to be blank. Your second slide is going to have an image of your artist. Your third slide will have an image of the first work of art. The fourth slide will have an image of your second work of art. The fifth slide will have an image of your third work of art. And the sixth slide will be the final slide, and it'll just be dark and blank. If you choose to have details of your artwork, that's fine. You can include, so you can have extra slides. I make a point to, add detail. If I'm talking about a detail, I show you a detail. If you want to have an extra slide or two in there showing a detail, that's fine too. All right. On the day that we will decide on in just a few minutes, you will teach your group about your artist. So this is a presentation to only the 2 other people in your group. It's not like you're getting up in front of the class and teaching to the whole class. So you're only teaching it to the other 2 people in your group. Let's see. When introducing this artist as a person, which will be slide 2, the picture of your artist, use only the information from the Vasari reading. This is very important for that portion. When you're talking about the artist, the person, you are only using what Vasari wrote. In fact, I don't want you teaching about the artist. I want you teaching about what Vasari wrote about your artist. Does everybody understand the difference? So do not go to Wikipedia or any other site for that portion. Only tell the other 2 what Vasari wrote about your artist. Like I said, think of it this way. You're not teaching your group about the artist. Rather, you're teaching them what Vasari says about your artist. And be sure to mention what bias Vasari has towards your artist. Also, Vasari likes to tell stories like I tell stories. So if Vasari tells a story about your artist, include that with your presentation. For the 3 works of art, you will use other sources outside of Vasari. So I highly recommend the art story for this assignment. I think this will be the best place to get your information for the 3 artworks. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You all can also go to Smart History. Smart History might have information about your artist. And you can look up your artist on YouTube and watch videos about your artist if they have any. And you can go to, you can use your textbook, or you can go to, if you checked out a book from the library. So these are the sources that you can use. In the college world, Wikipedia is not acceptable. Stay away from Wikipedia. All right, for slides 3 through 5, you'll be discussing why these 3 works of art are good examples of Quattrocento or Cinquecento Italian Renaissance art. And this presentation will be timed. So you're going to have 12 minutes on this presentation. And I often get gasps at this point, but you divide it up into, you're going to have 3 minutes of what Vasari says about your artist. Can you do that? That's easy, right? You have 3 minutes to talk about artwork number 1. That's easy, right? 3 works to talk about artwork number 2, and 3 works to talk about artwork that's supposed to be number 3 right there. During your presentation, you should appear knowledgeable about your artist. So this is my grading of you. You are expected to be an expert on your artist to your other two members of your group. You are allowed to use note cards or brief reminders of terms or important ideas in your slides. That's fine, but I do not want you reading full sentences from paper or on the screen. I want you reading full text. If I do see that, it will severely diminish your grade. So it should be conversational. And you will come into the class on the day of the presentation fully prepared and ready to go. In the past, I have seen students trying to make their slides minutes before we're there to present. That's not allowed. You come to class prepared. Don't ever do that in college. Are there any questions about this?